In the world of professional development, the organization is powered by two separate yet equally important groups: the leaders who set the vision and the teams who turn strategy into results. These are their case studies. The "who do you think you are talking to" scenario. This is our first two-part case study. There is so much in this scenario that we felt like we needed to cut it into two parts. Imagine you are the senior level manager in this case study. In part one of this, we have the Chief of Staff to the President Leo McGarry, who represents the leader of the organization. Toby Ziegler is the White House Communications Director. He symbolizes a senior level manager. Senior leaders in his position have multiple conversations with staff every day, but Toby's recent conversation with the Vice President was something a little different. Let's set the construct.
Mr. Vice President, what do you know that I don't?
Toby, the total tonnage of what I know that you don't could stun a team of oxen in its tracks.
Leo.
Hey, I didn't know you were still here.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I've been thinking about why Hoynes volunteered to slap down Big Oil.
Was this polling information?
Yeah, but why did he put the pole in the field at all, is what I'm saying.
John Hoynes is an egomaniac who needs to be told what people think of him.
Well, that's pretty unusual for Washington.
Yeah.
Leo, has there been a discussion in some room, someplace, anywhere on any level about Hoynes being dropped from the ticket in 2002?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe it was an Eisenhower-Nixon.
No, Toby, I wouldn't give it a lot of thought.
Okay. Hey,
Scared the hell out of me.
the poll that Hoynes put in the
Hoynes is
field.
gonna run for president one day. Why shouldn't he do his own
He's gonna
polling?
run for president 6 years from now. What good does last week's do?
I really don't know.
Okay. It's never happened before, right?
No,
Vice president would never challenge a sitting president for the nomination.
of course not.
You see his itinerary for the weekend?
Oh,
The vice president
I don't keep tabs on
giving
John.
a speech at a semiconductor plant. The title of the speech is Clean Air Industry in the High-Tech Corridor of the Industrial Northeast.
Where?
Nashua, New Hampshire.
Toby, nobody, and particularly not Hoynes, would be naive enough. What I mean to say is if he's going to New Hampshire for the reason you're thinking, he would mask it with something. Wouldn't be an official trip. He'd make up a benign excuse to be up there.
I know,
So why are you concerned about the speech?
because it comes in the middle of a 3-day camping trip to Killington. Why does Hoynes think the president isn't going to run again? What's going on, Leo?
Toby and everyone who works in the West Wing operate at an elite level. When you are a senior level manager, you must have the ability to decipher information and split its meanings into fragments. This gives you the ability to see the plans within plans, how one thing affects another thing. Toby is not just good at his job, but brilliant, to the point where he cannot ignore the subtle signs others might miss. He's operating in a world where words are weapons and omissions are clues. It's about pattern recognition, organizational awareness, and political intelligence. The conversation with the vice president didn't just bother him, it triggered a puzzle, one that's gnawing at him beneath the surface. He is obsessed with finding out the meaning. Leo, the chief of staff to the president, actually knows the meaning, but is trying to throw Toby off the scent by nonchalantly blowing it off as insignificant. He is hoping Toby will let it go. The more Leo deflects, the more Toby digs. This isn't just curiosity, it's compulsion. He knows something is off. 3 key takeaways from this interaction. Number 1, push past deflection, even from senior leadership. Respect authority, but don't defer your judgment if something critical is at stake. Courageous followership is part of senior leadership. Number 2, obsession can be a leadership superpower. Obsessive focus is often seen as a flaw, but it's actually a strength. The best senior leaders lean into that obsession, but temper it with discipline and data. Number 3, elite leadership means operating with strategic paranoia. This isn't about fear, it's about vigilance. It's about the idea that if you're not slightly paranoid, you're not paying attention. Don't ignore the faint signals. That something's off feeling. That's your most underutilized leadership tool. To tie it all together, when you operate at an elite level in your organization and you're truly dialed in, when you sense a disturbance in the force, no matter how faint, it is never nothing. It's always something. And when you sense it, you investigate. You have to. For days, Toby ran through every possible scenario, every plausible outcome, even the unthinkable ones. The feeling that something was off wouldn't leave him. He knew something was wrong because he knows how the system behaves when everything is functioning normal. At every turn, Leo tried his best to redirect, until he realized he couldn't. Leo couldn't redirect Toby because he knew that he is one of the best in the world at what he does, and he was not going to let it go. Elite managers don't operate on intuition alone. They operate on deeply ingrained institutional knowledge. That's what sets apart an elite leader from everyone else. They notice the microshifts. When you know every part of your organization, when you understand its inner workings like muscle memory, no one will be able to redirect you, not even those senior to you. Thank you for watching part 1 of the Who Do You Think You Are Talking To scenario. If you found this leadership case study analysis valuable, please subscribe. It helps grow the channel. And feel free to share your thoughts or insights in the comments section below. Let's keep the conversation going, and we will see you in part 2.
If you are interested in knowing when the next video drops, why don't you subscribe and press that bell button? We here at Superior Leadership Coaching appreciate it.